What's going on, guys? Today's video we're going to be going through everything you need to know about the new tripwires that have been added into DayZ 1.14. So in update 1.14, along with a load of other additions to the game, DayZ added in tripwires. These are meant to be used, I suppose, as kind of a base protector and just a kind of a troll item, I suppose, in a way as well. So what you need to do to actually make one of these tripwires is you need some metal wire and you need 2 sticks. So once you have your metal wire and your 2 sticks, you go over, combine them together, and then you'll be able to craft a tripwire. And once you craft them, you then have your tripwire. Now this can be placed pretty much anywhere. It can be placed indoors, by doorways. It can be placed around corners. It can be placed pretty much anywhere. And it is quite difficult to see. But for this video, I'm just going to place it out here on this pier so we can see what we're actually working with. So I need to get a bit more inland because it's not 100% stable there. So if I go here, you can choose your placement. You can rotate it as usual and do all that fun stuff with it. And then I just go deploy, hold down, left click, and it will deploy out. Now there's a couple of different things you can use with this tripwire. You can use the 2 different types of grenades that are in the game. You can use smoke grenades and you can use flashbangs as well. So for this video, I'm just going to use some grenades first off. So I'm going to attach that grenade onto it. Now, if you wanted to make the grenade a bit more secure so people can't just walk up to it and, take the grenade straight out of it, what you can actually do is get a set of pliers and go up and look at the grenade, and you can lock the grenade. Just be careful when doing this, because if you go too close to the wire, it will actually trip it and then you'll blow yourself up. So you just need to be careful of that. So then you can lock it with the pliers and then it's safe and you can go up to it and you can't actually take it off because it's locked. But if you do have a set of pliers, you can go up to it and then unlock it. So when you go up to it, we'll do this first. We'll walk up to it and act like it's not there. It is going to be pretty difficult to see. You're going to have to keep an eye on the ground, especially when you're in buildings, especially like military barracks and stuff like that. It's going to be a bit tricky to see, but we'll walk up to it and it'll knock it over. And there's about a 4 to 5 second timer delay before it actually explodes the grenade. So as well, you don't actually have to go into your inventory to attach a grenade to a tripwire. You can go up to it and hit attach, but just make sure when you're doing this that you don't accidentally unpin the grenade and then drop it, because you will explode. So as you saw in the first clip, I didn't actually trip when walking over these tripwires. You're meant to trip, and it's meant to be kind of the indicator that you're after hitting one of these trip mines and then you have to kind of run. So we're going to activate it on this one now. So I'm just going to walk over this. My character will stumble and fall, and then you've got about 3 to 4 seconds to run before you actually die. That one killed me because I was still very, very close to it. So you have to run and get away from that as fast as possible, or else it will kill you. There is ways to actually sneak around these tripwires or sneak over them without actually activating the tripwire itself. One of the ways is to just crouch walk across them. Will do it. If you do it slowly, it won't activate it, but if you do it fast, it will activate it. If I go over here and then sprint walk over this, it'll tangle me up in it and then it'll activate it. Same goes for if you want to prone on the one. If you want to prone crawl on the one, you can actually do that and it won't trigger the tripwire either. Just be careful of these though, because obviously doing these, especially if you're trying to raid bases, might be a little bit tricky. So you have to make sure that you have enough room to be able to crouch through them, because if you stand up, more than likely it will probably trigger it as well. There is a few different ways to actually disarm these as well. What one you can do is actually get yourself a long stick, and if you slowly crouch walk up to it and look close enough to it, you can hit trigger. It'll trigger it, and then you need to run off as fast as you can. And that killed us, and we got it far enough away where it didn't actually hurt us that time. But then it'll trigger it, and then you can walk safely past it and everything like that as well. There is also apparently a bit of a glitch out there at the moment where you can unpin the grenade, drop it on the ground, pick it up, put the pin back in, and it shortens the timer of the grenade. So when you actually attach it to the tripwire and then walk over it, it'll shorten the actual time that the grenade goes off. So instead of it being 4 to 5 seconds, some people can get it down to 1 second. So the second you trip over it, it'll instantly blow up. So that is something to be careful about as well. I don't know if the devs are actually going to change that down in the future. I think it's a cool little neat idea that you can do that. Yes, it's kind of exploitive, you could say as well, but I think at the end of the day, it's still a cool little idea. So it's just something to be wary about as well, and I thought I'd bring it up. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Tripwires. They're a great addition to the game. I think something else for vanilla players to be able to defend their base with, and that's a great thing. That's what you want to see. It's going to be interesting to see how they play out in, you know, the next coming months and stuff like that, as people get more and more used to them and find out clever ways to actually use them in terms of base defense or just pure trolling. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. But in general, I do still think that they're a great addition. Just another threat to be wary of and to keep an eye out of. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comment section down below as usual. If you have any other tricks or tips that I may have forgotten, be sure to leave me know in the comment section down below as well. I'd love to hear them as usual. And yeah, until the next one, I should catch you guys then. So, peace out for now.